The Evergreen Media Network Studio, powered by Scott Tree Services.
Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, and good afternoon. It's so good to have all of you here with us today. It's we're here in July in Vero Beach, and even though it is much calmer and quieter on the streets, there's still a lot going on. I did this show. I don't have a guest today. It's just me and our producer Cindy here in the studio, and I found so many things that are out there to do. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get to all of them. What I wanted to start with was saying thank you for being in the show. I'm Lori Davis. I'll be your realtor for life. I work with Dale Sorensen Real Estate. If you want to find me, get in touch with me. You guys can just Google me and find my office, call my number, text me, let me know. Happy to help. It's still busy out there. Picked up a new listing, just, put another house under contract. It's slow. I had open houses this weekend. If you have your house listed and you're doing open houses, there's just not a lot of people looking like that. But when it initially rolls out, that's where your activity is going to be. Get your pricing right. I can't say this enough. In the first 2 weeks, you're going to find there are buyers out there waiting for product like what you're offering. So get it priced right, and you'll be better off in the long run. We have producer Cindy in the house. There are some things that are going on around town that we're going to talk about. But one of them that was on my list to talk about was Riverside Theater. And I'm sorry, the Vero Beach Museum of Art.
Museum of Art,
Tell us about, you visited the exhibit.
I did, and I wanted to go because I was just enamored of it, because I kind of lived out there in the late 70s or whatever, and it was about the music posters that were, not posters, billboards that were on Sunset Boulevard. Incredible.
Yeah.
Tower Records, all of the things that you have ever heard about.
Yeah.
And I told you before we went on the show, the thing that really captured my attention was the background, even behind the billboards, of the cars and the people's clothes and the store signs and stuff like that, the street signs and the traffic and whatever that you forgot. It doesn't even exist, some of it anymore.
No, it's 50 years ago.
50 years ago.
It's insane. But there are some large billboards, I guess. There's a couple of them that are...
one, two, like five,
4 or
six.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then pictures of photos of some of the stuff. There was one, and I'm going to forget the name of the company, that was really prolific in doing the billboards.
Yeah.
And two things that I didn't know, not that I know everything, but I didn't know that they actually were artists that painted the billboards in oil paints.
Wow.
I did not know that.
I never knew that. I never knew that.
And the really prominent artists in that billboard trade did the faces.
Okay.
And then the ones that were up and coming did the backgrounds and things like that. And it said when you saw it from really far away, it looked like this unbelievable masterpiece. But, sometimes when you got up close, it wasn't as quite like that.
Right.
It was just...
But you're seeing it from a distance.
Yeah,
it's a billboard.
It was excellent.
Yeah, that's great.
The history they gave, and
And you went over on a Saturday.
I went Saturday.
Last Saturday here in Vero Beach. And were there a lot of people there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Was it?
Yes, it was really well attended. And it goes until September 1st, so you still have time to do it.
Go see it. Yeah.
And one of the things I'm going to point out, and I forgot about this, but if you remember this, they did a billboard of the Beatles.
Right.
Okay, and
the Abbey Road, walking across.
Yes, across. It looked like, to me, it looked like a piano keyboard or something like that. Well, two of the other billboards and that one were vandalized.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Some guy and his friend climbed up on the billboard, and that part of their heads and stuff was wooden, and they sawed off Paul McCartney's head. So when you saw the billboard the next day, it's the one headless. So Lennon, whatever, McCartney, and then Ringo, or whatever it was, and there's George. McCartney, we don't have it. So then they put out this thing. I probably shouldn't tell you this, but whatever, you got to go see it. Then they put out this thing going, okay, who took the head? And the guy came forward with it.
No way.
And said, yes, I did it as a prank.
Oh my gosh.
And he gave the head back.
This is why you go to a museum for little things like that.
Yeah.
And if it's hot or it's rainy, go on over to the Vero Beach Museum.
Fabulous.
I know, that's fantastic.
And the other two of them, they were ones that were graffitied. One, Bruce Springsteen and his friend graffitied his own billboard, which was kind of cool. It was. And another one was this message. It was the Black and Blue tour, and it was very political and whatever. It was the Rolling Stones. It was the Rolling Stones. Yeah. And they had a woman on the billboard, and some women vigilantes, I don't know what the right word
Yeah.
is, said this is a crime against women.
Okay. So
it actually got more play because that was graffitied on there than it would have gotten if it was just been the Black and Blue tour.
That happens a lot.
It was excellent.
Yeah,
it was
sometimes if you just let it go and leave it alone.
Yeah.
But you start making it, making it an item and something that's focused on, then everybody sees it. Everybody wants to see it.
So you got to go see it.
Got to go see it. All right. Well, there you heard it from Cindy.
Yeah, you got to
go. That's one of those great things that we have here in Vero Beach. Why we love this town.
Yeah.
This is our town. This is, there's so much going on right next door at the Riverside Theater this coming weekend. So now, you remember, Cindy, they were doing Fridays and Saturdays in the Loop.
Yes.
Starting this week, this is July 11th coming up, right? Thursday night. They're doing Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now. Okay. So Thursday night, it starts at 5:30. This one only goes till 8 because the other ones go till 9. But it's a blues, soul, cabaret, and jazz music, right? So it's a different group every night. The next night, Friday night, is kind of rock and pop. And I saw something on there that said you could have like a cabana. I call it a concert cabana. So maybe they have a little area. You just have to go online to Riverside Theater and see what it says about, because it's free. But if you want to do something else, like have a concert cabana. And then Saturday, they've got somebody that's called Vince Love and the Soul Cats. So you can only imagine how cool that music's going to be. I like soul and jazz. Too. I mean, I just like, it's kind of bluesy, and that's at Riverside Theater.
And like we said, tailgate.
I know. Oh, absolutely.
Tailgate.
Yes.
Bring your stuff, your munchies, your drinks, sit there and tailgate.
I know. Bring your chairs, beach chairs, stuff like that. Yeah, I know. One of the things we have just passed 4th of July, but there's something really fun that some people do on the 4th of July, but you don't have to. It's available anytime you want to go out there. And that is swimming out to the wreck of the Breckenshire. Now, that's right off the Ocean Grill. Yeah. And on 4th of July is when they swim out and put the flag up. But I can tell you already, it's already up. I heard it was, I thought it was only on 4th of July that they started it, but I think maybe they might have gotten a little ahead of themselves and done the Memorial Day. But it's already out there. But you can go out there. People paddleboard out there. People kayak out there. People just swim out there. I've done it where I've just go swimming, because once you get out there, it's in 20 feet of water, and there is parts of this ship, the Breckenshire. Now, I looked up some interesting facts about it, which I did not know. It sunk on April 30th, 1894. All right, it's a 19th century vessel. It was headed to England. They were in New York City, and the captain had been given orders to go pick up something in Tampa, take it back to England. So he's like, okay, he sent for all, Cindy, you know most things.
Yeah, I know some of it.
Okay, so so he sends for all his docs, he sends for his papers, he sends for his charts and all of that. He sets sail, he's going down the coast, except he gets to the point where he's at Cape Canaveral and there's a 20-mile stretch with no charts. It just wasn't there. So he's like, all right, it's April, we're doing all right, we're going to just keep sailing, guys, keep your eye out. So it's April 30th. He goes to bed, and they're sailing along, and they said they saw this dark streak in the water. And they were like trying to avoid it, and all of a sudden, bam, they run up on it. And it's one of our 4 lime and worm rock reefs off the shore. They were there the whole time. And so, and again, it's not deep. So everybody lives, right? But it starts taking on water. So they all got to get out.
Everybody lives.
I know, they do. Well, you don't want people to wreck and die. I mean, you know what I'm saying? This is a positive story.
Right.
This is a good thing.
And that is the boiler from that ship.
And it's the boiler that's out there.
That's why they call it there. Literally,
right.
yeah.
That's what they call it. And so you can swim out there. Yeah. And like I said, and snorkel around there. The water is crystal clear this time of year. It's really, really something fun to do. We like that.
Yeah, it's really kitschy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's fun. And you rarely will be out there alone on a weekend.
Oh, there's going to be 1,000 people there.
Well, on 4th of July, there is almost 1,000 people out there. You can walk from, paddleboard to paddleboard. Yeah, exactly. But I did swim out. I'm not a great athlete. It's about a quarter of a mile out there. So it's not really that far. But like I said, what I did was kind of swim, take my time. I had a boogie board. So if I ever want to just rest for a second, I can start swimming. That boogie board just follows behind you. So anyway, that's how I did it. You can take the kids out there, pull them in a tube or whatever. At Vero International Music Festival. Have you heard about this, Cindy?
I did, but I don't know what it is. I should, but I don't.
That's okay. It's coming up. Okay, so Wednesday, July 10th. So this is the Wednesday coming up. We've got at the First Presbyterian Church, and that's the one right there.
Yes,
Okay,
yep.
that's that pretty white church right
Yep,
there.
yep.
Okay, so 3 concerts, and they feature a lineup of folk, jazz, Celtic, bluegrass, and classical music, as well as local and international participants, and the Mike Block String Camp. So, concert schedule, stage 1 is Wednesday night from 7:30, and that's the Mike Block String Camp from multiple folk, jazz style, and multiple Grammy Award winners. So, they're not really, these Block String Camps, they feature camp participants from around the world, plus students from Vero Beach Public Schools and adult locals from the Treasure Coast.
Yeah.
So everybody gets to participate.
Right.
I think that's very cool.
I do too.
All right. That's on Wednesday. Then they go to Friday on the main stage. It's Mike Block, and then it's kind of the same thing. So it's different shows of the same artists, but it's going to be different people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I think Wednesday was the main stage, Friday, and then 7:30 was the culmination. So that's going to be the big one. And I think the Saturday one is free. And then the other 2, I think, are $25. So that's something fun to do.
It is.
I like that one.
Yeah, they have some good stuff there too at that church.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I've been to a couple
well,
of
they've
things.
got good acoustics.
They
in
do.
there. So
Yeah, they do.
That's a great thing. There's the Rock and Rose Beach Party. That's going to be a fun one. That is going to be on Saturday, July 13th. And they're doing that from 1 to 5. They do that at the Kempton Hotel, Vero Beach Hotel and Club. That's one of those places. And basically what they do is they have live music. It's a free cover. But if you're actually going to participate, $35 gives you all the beer, White Claw, rosé, white wine, and Aperol spritz. And they have beach games and food and drink and specials and rosé. So it's rock and rosé. It's music. I've known some people that have gone to that party. That's kind of a fun thing to do.
Is it, and when they have the fire pits and everything out there, that's a cool place.
Yeah, it is nice.
It
Yeah.
is really. I've gone there a happy hour night, a couple of times.
Oh, they have a great happy hour over there.
don't-
I know, with their little appetizer plates and stuff.
Yes, I love it.
I know, but in summertime, I like winter when you can get fire pits.
Yeah.
But in the summertime,
No.
it's a little hot.
Yeah.
I just don't want to sit around a fire pit. It's 98 degrees outside.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But it is a fun thing to do, and it's a great thing to do too. When you have guests in town,
Yeah.
you could do something like that where you're sitting outside.
And that view is
It's so beautiful.
stunning.
I know it is.
It's stunning.
I know it is. And then, let's do this.
Okay, let's
we
go to
can't
chef.
we can't forget that we have our beverage sponsor of the day, lest we forget.
Yes.
Okay, Citrus Grill House, Chef Scott Baricchio, thank you so much for sponsoring our beverage today. This is, I said something, a summer martini. Cindy was asking for, we were hoping for something watermelon, but they didn't have the watermelon yet. But they went with raspberry lemon martini, which looks beautiful and it tastes even better.
It's a good stand-in.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Scott. That's an excellent stand-in.
That is a very, very good beverage.
And where are we? We were over here.
We're at Citrus Grill House, right there, 1050 Easter Lily Lane. That is right across from Humiston Park. We are directly on the ocean. They are, not we are. When I'm there, I'm on the ocean. Okay, one sip and she's gone.
Right, she's-
What is it? I don't
Can't
know.
read the cue cards now.
I can't see
There
anything.
you go. There's
No, it's a
Humiston.
powerful drink. No, it is a beautiful restaurant. It is great. It's summertime over there.
Yeah.
So lots of new, fresh things that are on there. He gets in fresh fish every day. So he's cutting fish. So any of the fish dishes that you're getting are absolutely fabulous. Any fresh, the veg is fresh that's coming out. He's doing some beet stuff out there. It's just delicious. So anyway, don't forget to stop by Citrus Grill House. We love them there. The staff are great. The food is great. If it's not fresh, they're not serving it. And thank you, Chef Scott, for our beverage. That's wonderful. There is another, this is kind of an interesting one, Cindy, and I don't know if you've heard of this one, but the ELC is doing Environmental Leaders Corps. And so this is a summer program for youth, and it's teaching leadership skills.
Wow.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do too.
For you parents out there that are listening to talk radio and your kids you're trying to figure out what to do. This one is, so it looks like it's going to be on the 17th and the 24th. They go from 4 to 6, so I think it's 2 Wednesdays of the month. And from 4 to 6 p.m. down at the ELC, that's kind of a cool spot. But I like, anything you can do to impart kind of a confidence and leadership. And, that's one way to get out of being shy is to get up in front of people, which sounds completely contrary, but it does help. And then leadership, just being the leader in the class without even being in front of other people, I think can help people with things like that.
Yeah, totally. I mean, none of that is ever wasted on anyone. No. If it's done the right way, and no, absolutely not. It can help everyone. It's got to be non-judgmental. It's got to be, even across the board, things like that. But there's some good programs of that.
That's great.
Totally.
That's awesome. There's one other we've got before we take our break. This is the 3rd annual. So this is the ARC group of Indian River County, and they do Paradolia. That's a brewery up in Sebastian.
It is.
They're on US 1, and they've been doing it. This is their 3rd year. They're doing a golf tournament. This is later in the month. This is July 27th, and it's going to be out at Sandridge Golf Club. And for you guys, there are a lot of talk radio guys out there. I know y'all listening, ladies. You playing some golf. I know you are. Driving home after the course, you got talk radio on. This is what we're talking about here. But this is a fundraiser. And at Sandridge in Indian River County, and I tell people this because I sell real estate and a lot of people play golf, there's a lot of private clubs. But Sandridge is one of I think it's the only one in the county that's a public course. And it's 36 holes. There's 2 18-hole golf courses at this facility. And it plays on the same ridge and the same area as 5 of the other esteemed private clubs. So you're getting the exact same experience from a golf standpoint as you are on other private courses. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
If you ever look at it, they go like, it's there's bent pine, then there's red stick, then there's Sand Ridge, there's J.I., and then there's the Hawk's Nest. Okay, and they're all like literally. There's this one natural undulation, topographical.
Yeah, topographical.
Yeah, I mean there's a bump because we're pretty flat around here, but they all play on it, and they've made beautiful golf courses out there. Oh yeah, really nice. Yeah. So anyway, it's and they're this is their description. Love to play golf, like beer. Want to raise money for charity. So anyway, it's $100 a player. You get 18 holes of golf plus lunch and 20 raffle tickets for some giveaways. They're going to be longest drive, closest to the pin, all that kind of stuff.
That's excellent.
If you like to play golf or you don't like to get super serious with it, this is such fun stuff to do. And they are going off in the morning. So that Saturday, they're going to take one of those courses. I have to do shout out to Sandridge, Jim Davis. Hit hole in one.
That's right, hole in what hole? What hole was
he was
it?
On 16 on the Lakes course. Yeah, he was on the Lakes. It was 16 off the tee.
That's good.
So you could do that too. Think about that. Go on out and play Sandridge and raise some money for a great cause. That is Saturday, July 27th. Listen, we need to pay for this with a couple of commercials. We'll be back in a little bit. I'll see you in a minute.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens, Hollywood, and Kingsley Bait. We specialize in fire bits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Right now, we're having a super summer sale with lots of great markdowns and discounts on everything you need for your Florida home, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Sunshine Furniture, $12.95 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com. Sunshine
Furniture. Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcasts podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
It's time to call Easy Brew Coffee and Bottled Water Service and learn just how much you can save and how convenient it is to have your coffee and bottled water delivered right to your home or office. In addition to water coolers, Easy Brew offers individual bottles of water in 8 or 16-ounce bottles. No more lugging it home or dragging it into the office. Serving the Treasure Coast for over 2 decades, 2 letters, 1 simple name. Easy for Easy Brew. Visit e-zbrew.com or call 800-792-3285. Easy Brew.
Hey. It's good to have you back. We normally talk about Dale Sorensen Real Estate by the numbers. And now being that we're into July, we've had 6 months underneath our belt. And it's pretty epic. I think they wrote an article about it in 32963 as well.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 4 years in a row.
And 4 years, billion sales.
$1 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. That's 3 counties for us. I normally give you guys numbers like the numbers I have today. I just run Indian River County. It's kind of topical. We're the Vero talk station.
Mm-hmm.
So we try and do that. But it's, what Mr. Sorensen spoke of in that article, it'll be in the Vero News, I think, too, because they usually run what 32963 runs next week.
Right.
There's a uniqueness to the business. It's a boutique firm, right? We're a local firm. We're not a franchise. Though we have affiliations with companies like Forbes, which nobody else has Forbes, and means that your properties that are listed with us are advertised on those websites. And those websites are looked at by people that are looking for quality, that are looking for high end, that are looking for that kind of a product because they're used to that. They're used to buying cars there. They're used to buying houses there. They're used to buying boats and things like that. But we've been doing it for so long, and now we've built this staff and built this company. One of the things I thought was interesting, he did give kudos to our marketing staff, because when you list with me or you list with anyone at Dale Sorensen Real Estate, you're getting an entire marketing team that goes along with that. And it's whether it's print, whether it's media, whether it's video, it doesn't matter. We've got it all. And I have access to that, or any of the other agents here at Dale Sorensen Real Estate have access to that as well. And that we believe, and obviously the top agents that we have in the company, which is also in the article, is why we are the top agency in town. So we put it all together in one little package for you, and I think that we deliver it quite well. The year to date, and that's today, we are at $422 million in Indian River County.
That's
so
crazy.
we're over that when we add in the other counties. We've done 508 sales year to date, 500 units we call them, for 19.8% of the market share. So doing a great job, trying to do it, to our excellence, our level of excellence. We're not competing with anybody else. We're not trying to beat anybody else. We're trying to do it our way, and our way we think is the best way, and it's proven results because of obviously what we're doing. The next closest was 288 million at 13.2%, and they had 306 transactions. So it's a different way to do business, but we think it's the best way. So when you roll around and you see those Dale Sorensen offices, if you want to stop in, there's always somebody there you can talk to. If you want to talk to me, you can always talk to me, Lori Davis, and my number is 772-538-1828. And I'm Lori Davis. I'm going to be your realtor for life. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to the show today. I hope you found something in our show that you loved and that you might be thinking, I need to go do that, because that's what I'm here to do. This is a small town. We have a very, very special town. That's why people are moving here. But also for you people that are scared of people moving here, there are people leaving. There are people moving out too. They for whatever reason, they're going to go back home. They're going to find a place in the mountains. They're going to go wherever they need to go. So have a great day. Be safe. See you here next week, same time, same channel. Bye-bye.